5 reasons why you need to retire early. Number 1, your physical health is deteriorating, or maybe deteriorating more rapidly than you thought. Especially when you turn 50, 55, 60, 65. It can go fast. When you're 25, 35, you feel like you're invincible and you have all the time in the world. As you get older, you realize that's not the case. So it may be that in a couple of years you can't do what you always used to be able to do. Secondly, those dreams you've always had may be unattainable soon. You dreamed of visiting Spain, like I am right now in Madrid. Dreamed of hiking the Grand Canyon, Mount Everest, backpacking through Europe, visiting Africa. Are you sure you're going to be able to do that if you delay your retirement by 5 or 10 years? Also, the commute and your job, your desk job, is probably killing you. How long do you spend in your car, on the freeway, being unproductive, sitting in your seat, sitting at your desk, going to the drive-thru at McDonald's, getting a huge Starbucks drink, only to get to work and do some more sitting? So your actual job and your commute may be physically killing you. So it's time to get moving. Time to start living life. Secondly, your mental health. How long have you been torturing yourself going into work? 35, 40, 45 years? Going to a place that you hate? You commute in and go to the door, get to the door of work, and say to yourself, I can't go in another day, I can't do this again. The stress, the toxic people, the anxiety, the feeling of being less than you are. The stress is killing you. How long are you going to keep going to a job that you don't like, that isn't maximizing your potential? Doing things with people you don't like, talking to people you don't like to talk with, being in a cage. Time's a wasting. Time to start living. Number 3 is you might need less money than you actually think. If you're sitting there waiting for your 1.5 million, 2.2 million, 3.5 million, you may be waiting a long time. And like I said, your mental health, physical health may be suffering for it, and your retirement may not be what you think. There are plenty of people who are retiring on less than $1 million. Do a quick Google search, you can find people retiring on 500,000, 250,000, even 100,000. Obviously, you may need some side income, maybe Social Security if you're that old. There are many alternative options. Moving to Mexico, moving to some of the Asian countries. Moving to somewhere where you can have very low cost, free healthcare, low cost of living, low rent, food budget very low. If you have a side source of income, you may be able to quit if not fully retire, at least quit your full-time corporate work much, much earlier than you think. Number 4, you need to get out of your comfort zone before it's too late. The older we get, the more the world closes in, the walls close in, and the less chances you take, The more you don't like going out, avoid crowds. You don't like going to restaurants when it's too crowded or loud music, or going on trips, taking the subway, taking the bus, visiting a foreign country because you can't speak the language or you're afraid of what's going to go wrong. Remember all the energy and naivete and excitement of youth that you used to have. The longer you wait, the more that's going to disappear. And I can tell you from experience, the more you exercise that muscle and get out there and travel, and maybe not even traveling, playing music or getting out there and doing things, the more you remember how much you enjoyed it, and the more that muscle is flexed. So before it goes away totally, you need to quit your job, or at least your main corporate job, and start pursuing those dreams. When you were young, you switched jobs all the time, switched relationships, switched cars. You just went for it. But now as we get older, we just want routine, we want the same thing. We don't want to take any chances, so you need to get out of that comfort zone and exercise that muscle. And number 5 reason why you need to try to retire early, or as soon as possible. You can always go back to work. What's the worst that can happen? You need to try to get your old job back, or you take some odd jobs and fill in the gaps, or you actually have a different career, get a new job. Take a risk, take a chance. And if you say you'll never get a job at your old salary, and you need the full salary to make ends meet, well, you're probably not close to retiring anyway, because if you need it that much, then you probably have no savings, and you may even have debt. So you need to work on that first. But if you're close, you need to try to go for it. What's the worst that can happen? So there you have it, 5 reasons why you need to retire as soon as possible. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed that one, you might enjoy one of these. Thanks for watching.